guys, and welcome to my channel. My name's Ivy, and today, after 3 weeks of not making a video, after 3 weeks of not doing a video, I'm back, and today I'm going to compare, drumroll please, I sound so bland and boring, Ohuhu markers to, wait for it, to Copic markers. So I realized that a bunch of people have already done this, but you know, I'm unoriginal, so why not? I mean, it's another video that out there, another style. So, you know, if people accuse other people like, oh hey, blah 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 did this first, you're stealing their idea, and not necessarily, because people have different styles and maybe their style fits you more. And so this is just for my style, how either Copic markers or Ohuhu markers match my style. So I'm going to do a few different things and compare the two and see which one I like better. So for different things, of course, they'll do different things for each. I don't even know what I'm saying, but for each category, I'll probably have a different marker that suits me better. I would use both whenever I'm drawing. I mostly use my Copics because I have more shades in those, but yeah, let's get started. Okay, so hang on, let me set up real quick. Okay, so the first thing that I'd like to say is that the company that makes the Ohuhu markers have very nice customer service. It comes with every set comes with a frequently asked questions card, and it gives you tips on how to use them, and it tells you that if you have an extra marker, or not an extra marker, but like another one of this, if you have two of the same markers that come in one, you can send it back if one of the markers isn't working properly. It tells you how to fix that, and if it is unacceptable to do that, they will give you a full refund of your markers. So the only thing that I don't like about these is that a lot of the shades aren't very natural. So this isn't really a problem for artists who do like manga artists and all that, but it is a problem for me because I do more realistic things. Now, of course, it does have a few shades that I like. I really like the blues that they make, and so you see, I like the highlighted colors, they're pretty, but I just don't use them a lot. And the sets come, like, they are very randomized of what you get. And with these, you can order like set A, set B, and all that. These are the Copic Chow markers because they're a bit cheaper than the original Copic markers. And I like the slimmer model better. And you can see it's a bit different, it's more rounded, and it's a bit smaller. Yeah, and that's what I already said, that it's a bit smaller. But these, you see, it has the set of grays, it has the colorless blender, which really just takes the color out of the page. Colorless blenders aren't very great in my opinion. You had to have a very nice one for it to work. But we have the skin tones, we have the blues, the greens, the yellows, and all that. So the colors are most of the colors are very natural, as you can see, which I like. And yeah, so first we are going to see how well they blend, and we're just gonna get, let's see, we'll do. So I just really quickly drew a little chart, and here, as you can tell, we will test the Copic and Ohuhu blending. So I'm gonna get some colors of kind of similar shades. So let's see, what do I have most in these? So we're just gonna do like a little transition between the purples. So these will be Ohuhus. And then we're gonna get similar shades of the Copic markers. Alright, so we'll test the Ohuhus out first. And so these were only about $20 for a set of 40. I really like that. It's just that the colors are very randomized, so a lot of the times you won't be able to get a whole lot of transition colors unless you order a lot. Here you can see the transition. You can see that the Ohuhu markers are very vibrant. So if you like very vibrant colors, I would recommend those to you. And you can see the Copics are a bit more neutral. I keep on saying they're a bit more neutral. So if you like things that are neutral, I'd recommend the Copics. But as for transitions, because the Copics have a brush tip, it's a bit easier to blend it together. The Ohuhus are looking a bit streaky. So I think the Copics went on blending. If you blend hard enough with the Ohuhus, you may be able to blend it better. But now I'm going to draw something, and then I will show you guys. I'll do a time lapse of it, and you will see the finished results, and I will probably do a voiceover and say what I like as I'm going through it, through the process, and then I'll give a summary at the end. So, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little comparison in an actual drawing. So I got everything. Now I'm going to go draw. Okay, so I am back from drawing. I am sorry that it's a bit not so good looking, but I kind of was in a bit of a rush, and most of my artistic ability has been drained into one drawing that I did earlier this weekend. So I am going to just blot this a bit with my kneaded eraser and pick up some of the excess graphite, and then the right side will be Ohuhu markers and the left side will be Copic markers. I'm going to go into the time lapse now. Hey guys, voiceover Ivy here, and I really need to buy better quality equipment, but I am right now I am going to just take a pen, and just any water-based simple pen you can find. I got a pack of them as a gift. I believe they're ordered off of Amazon, but you can buy some from Hobby Lobby. So I'm just defining everything, and it kind of tells me what needs to be colored like what. So I have that, and then I'm going in with the Ohuhu markers. The only skin tone I could find was very light. I really hope that they add more, and I hope that they organize their packaging, because I feel like it's just random, not rambled. I feel like it's just random whenever they package it. So I realized whenever I go in with the Copics that I used the wrong one to start. I used like a peachy, fruity almost color. I think it was called fruit, and so in the end it turned out fine, but it really stressed me out then. So then I made the Cupid's bow a bit darker than I anticipated to, unfortunately, and also the only shadow color that I could find for the Ohuhus was like a grayish, weird sort of color that I don't really like, but that was the only one I could find that would make it darker. So the Copics, like I said, I wish that the Ohuhus came with more neutral colors, and the Copics, I really like the golden sort of feel to them with the skin tones. A little tip whenever you do highlights or color faces to skin in general, don't do a base color. You outline where you want the highlights to be first, and then do the base color around that in any areas that you don't want highlights to be, and then go in and do your darker colors and red hints and all that. Another thing, I hope that Ohuhus come with more sort of red and blush tones, because they only have 150 markers in total, which is really not enough. Not necessarily not enough, but it's pretty hard, since it's all randomized, to get a good blush sort of red hueish color. And the only red color that I have is a very bright neon sort of red, so I don't really like that it does that. Whenever I went in with the lips, I messed them up a lot, so just ignore that. It stresses me out that I messed up that bad on them, because usually, well, I don't know, I'm just bad at doing lips. And I'm working on a lip study right now, so hopefully after I get finished with that, I will at least have it improve some. Now I'm going in and coloring the scarf, and then yet again realizing that I chose the wrong color. So for it with the Copic side, instead of getting the color beside it, I got that color, and it doesn't really match up with the tones. And I think this shirt looked really cool whenever I got done with it, because it was like a split tone. So now that I'm almost done, I will compare them in the end and tell y'all which one I like better and what about them I like better. So in the end, I think that I like the Copics better. It's not because a lot of people just like things better because they're more expensive so they can flex. It's not because of that. It's because they are much more saturated. Can you tell? But this side is the Copic side, and you can tell that they're much more saturated. They come with transitions, shades, and a lot more. They're not just kind of jumbled up whenever they're put in to the packaging. Now I do like that the Ohuhus come with a case, and I like the vibrant, exotic colors that they come in. I really like those. So I'm gonna use a mix of both whenever I do things. But if you like bright, vibrant colors, and if you color with them a lot, sort of like a neon abstract sort of style, then I would definitely recommend those. But if you have a more tones, realistic style, then I would recommend the Copics. So about halfway through, I realized that I did not have very many brown shades in the Ohuhu markers, so I had to kind of improvise, and the hair color is not as dark as the Copic side. So I did mess up a bit on the lips. I definitely messed up on the lips. But other than that, I think it looks very nice. I just wish that the basic 40 set of Ohuhus came with more skin tones. I wish that you could buy them in the store in sets like you can with Copics, and I wish that they just came with more transition tones, more browns and all that. And I wish that they were more organized whenever they came, and they're not just a random selection of colors. But other than that, if you don't have the money to buy Copics at the moment because they are so expensive, then I would just recommend using the good old Ohuhus, and especially if you do a more animated, less realistic style of artwork. So, like I said, they're both good markers, and so if you're gonna buy Ohuhus, you can buy like 80 of them for $40. So that will probably get you more colors to get by. And I did use some pins to ink it to make it stand out more. Nice pins. They're just kind of, I think I got them as a gift, but they were either ordered from Amazon or got from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, I would start by just buying the skin tone. Like if you buy Ohuhu markers, I would recommend getting like a skin tone for Copics, and maybe some, and then you'll get browns, you'll get more tannish colors, you'll get a blush shade, and so then that'll pretty much get you by, and you'll have like a full pack of everything you need. I wish the Ohuhus came with more red tones, and that's about it. So, if you enjoyed this video, how many times am I gonna say? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Wait a minute. Wait a second. So as you can tell, I didn't really have a lot of shades that matched up, but other than that, I mean, I say other than that a lot, but you know, it's fine. It looks nice. I wish they had a lighter blue. The one thing I noticed about the Ohuhus is that they don't really lighten up after. They lighten up a bit, but not as much as the Copics do whenever you put them in there. And the Ohuhus are usually pretty light to start out with, so they just come out as a grayish sort of tone and then sort of grab the color that's on the cap. But the Copics, you can tell, are more saturated, which I like about that. And it doesn't really take that much to make a certain tone with them. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you would like more content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I feel so cringe saying that, but be sure to do so. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. I love you all. Bye.